Hello, YouTube. My name is Plazukas, and can we talk about Thanksgiving streamers? It's a day to be thankful. Now, obviously, people celebrate it or not celebrate it for different reasons, right? But at the end of the day, it is a national holiday. People usually spend time with their families, even if they don't celebrate it. I think it's a time to come together. A lot of places have off. Obviously, your essential workers do not. People at grocery stores and stuff like that usually have a half day. Convenience stores and all this, like it varies as to who has the day off and who doesn't have the day off. Usually, Chinese restaurants are open that day. But can we just admit that there's no reason for a streamer to be online on Thanksgiving? And that the only reason is to maximize viewership, to maximize that personal, parasocial, cultist, sheepist connection between you and me, or between me and you. When I'm talking to you about my Thanksgiving plans, talking to you about my day and what I'm doing. What the fuck is this? This is what you want to live in? This is the kind of shit you want to exist in and have content for? Living vicariously through them is parasocial. It is unhealthy. Content for content's sake. If you're playing a game and you're listening to a podcast that's also playing the game, that's not parasocial. That is content for content's sake. That's the difference. If you're listening to somebody talk about their day, like Kim Kardashian does on her, show, or XQC or Moist Critical or David Jaffe or whoever else is doing it, that's parasocial. That connection is there specifically to get you to support them. And they may be saying, "Oh, I'm going to give away money today, whatever else." There's no money that you can give that's going to help somebody completely. A couple $100, $1,000 here helps them temporarily for that month. Okay, what if they are struggling? Ain't going to help them throughout their life, nor should you have the obligation to do so. But just like act like you're on here for some reason, you're just giving out little, pittance here and there. It ain't shit. And what you establish is far more toxic, is far more unhealthy. You should never expect anybody to develop a connection with you. And that somehow then turns around and has them support you. I know there's one example, Kind of Funny Games, which is currently off. They didn't have any live streams for Thanksgiving, thankfully. But they live on a parasocial relationship. They live on the fact that if you voted for Trump, you shouldn't be part of their community. They want you to be part of that community, and they want you to embrace all of their, personality traits and their ideologies and stuff like that. I find it toxic. I find it unsustainable. I find it unhealthy. And I find it one of the biggest issues. We have a parasocial relationship with Elon Musk now. You go on Twitter, whether you're following him or not, you get bombasted with all of his tweets every single fucking day. And most of them are untrue or have some misinformation at least. It's unhealthy. It's unsustainable. And it's mentally exhausted. And you can't totally get rid of it. Social media, these platforms, they're all going to have some form of it. But on Thanksgiving, shut the fucking camera off. Turn off the internet. Put down your phone and spend time with your family. Make food. Enjoy food. You don't have to connect and you're like, "Oh, I'm here for my community. I'm here for their loneliness and depression." Well, first of all, if you admit that your community is depressed and lonely, you have more work to do than just on Thanksgiving. You shouldn't be, and just to have that perpetual cycle to keep on going on. I'm here for my community who's depressed, who's lonely. Prop them up, every single day if you're going to do that. To have a community that's like that and say that you have to be on Thanksgiving, I don't get it. Other than you wanting them to connect with it. And it's easier to connect with people like that than people that have, a busy life or that are successful or that are healthy. right? So technically you're leeching off those people that are lonely and depressed. That's what you want for this? And you just can't do content for content's sake? You have to talk about your personal life. You have to talk about all the other things going on in your life. And not just the game that you're streaming or an event that you're putting on or whatever else. No, you have to actually literally make it personal. I'm asking you now, the consumer, the watcher, do you want that? If you are lonely and depressed, get help. Do not resort on content creators to lift you up, because they're only there to suck any other energy that you have out of you. And the more time you watch them, the less time you are to get healthy, really healthy, because they don't give a shit about you. And that parasocial relationship that you have does not exist on their end. Maybe exists on your end. They could care fucking less outside of a sub, a follow, and an interaction. I want to see less Thanksgiving streamers next year. And then I'll see that there's an improvement in this ecosystem. Until then, this is fucking shitty as shit. You should be ashamed. Everybody. Do better. Bye for now.